Connor, hey, congratulations on your new film, The Prank.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Hey, it's nice to meet you too. So it's a very funny movie, but we want to hear it from you first. Is what initially drew you to be a part of this film?
Yeah, well, the script, definitely. I think if you've seen the film or if you haven't yet, the film is really touching on a couple different genres, and it's this kind of the journey that the film takes you on is really what brought me in at first.
Now, so tell us about this high school character Ben that you actually play, and how relatable is that character to yourself?
I'd say he's pretty relatable. I'd say maybe like 80%, right? If we give guesstimate. He's a overachiever, a lot of anxiety in regards to the pressures that come with getting to the same college as his late father, as well as, everything that comes with backing everything up, just being prepared. And his best friend, Tanner, happens to be the complete opposite. So when things don't go Ben's way, he starts to spiral out of control.
Now, tell us about playing youthful characters. I'm always fascinated because I don't know when this was actually filmed because I know I I want to say you are in your 20s, your early 20s.
Yes.
So you could easily pull this off if it was just yesterday, if you're asking me.
Oh, yeah, it's interesting. So I'm only 20. We filmed this in 2021. So I was still in, or just the tail end of high school. I actually think this was the first project I did not have to do on-set schooling for because I was out of the high school system. So it was really, really fun for me in that regard. But um, yeah, it's relatable. It was relatable enough to high schoolers. Playing young is fun. I still feel pretty young at heart. I hope I get to continue playing young for a while. I don't know, but yeah, or maybe I'll play older at some point. Who knows?
as a as an actor playing high school, because I know a lot of actors are tend to be like either on set education or homeschooled education. I'm not quite sure
Yeah. Yeah.
what type of education, what kind of type of a high school experience you actually had.
Yeah, I had a really interesting journey from private schools to public schools to I did abroad school in China for many years when I was younger as well. So I did across the board. Acting is an interesting industry as a child. I think most child actors can attest to that and have their own individual journey and story to talk about. But you make do. It's difficult as a kid balancing work in school, but we get through it.
So are the pressures the same itself academically like it is in the prank? Like are you trying to strive, to potentially, set aside acting and go into college? You might actually be in college right now. I don't know.
No, no, I'm not in college. That door's always open, just not on the books right now. But yeah, maybe who knows? I was never the best in school. Maybe that's why I mess with my teachers a little too much. But yeah, not the best in the school setting.
Well, tell us about you know, how similar, being with Ben about messing with these teachers. I'm gonna go out on a limb. You never pulled a prank like like in the film.
Probably no, probably not this extreme. What was interesting is I asked each cast member like, who's your Mrs. Wheeler, right? Who was your bad teacher? And every single person has like they can name drop. They have it in their head. They know exactly which this one teacher who gave them this bad experience was, and it's like almost unanimous, right? Everyone has this experience. So it's kind of like I don't know. It's like we all have this shared experience. But I had my fair share of poor teachers, which may be in retrospect just my naivety as a little dumb high schooler, but I had my fair share of just messing around in high school.
What is a definition of a horrible teacher to you?
That's a good question. I'm big on respect, right? I as much as I just said that I mess around, I do like to make sure I'm on top of my schoolwork. And I like to give my teachers respect. So I feel like sometimes that respect for whatever reason, life is crazy. People have their own reasons for having a bad day here and there. But as a high schooler, when your teacher is disrespectful to you, it's like, whoa, where's this coming from? I've tried to be the best I can.
Tell us about acting with your counterpart, Ramona, in this
Yeah.
film. Obviously, she plays a character that is very opposite from your character, Ben.
Yeah, so Ramona and I only met about, I'd say 3 days before we started filming. Maureen, the director, gave us the first marching orders of creating a song start from scratch that's going to be in the movie and we're going to perform in the film. First of all, big task. We're not critically acclaimed musicians by any means. So me and Ramona got a chance to go and make that song, and that's the time we kind of really bonded because we were still in this bubble because it was during the pandemic when we were filming, and so Ramona's amazing. Her energy is infectious, and just being able to riff with her and act like we were best friends, and I think it works. And most of the audience that I've got to talk to agrees with me. So hopefully that's unanimous.
Is it easy to form a chemistry on with an on-screen partner in any of your projects?
No, you'd be surprised. It's people are so individual and so different and so unique, right? And so a lot of the times that's why screen testing is so important, across, all forms of film and TV. But I remember it vividly, the chem test with Ramona, and it was almost like she came, started riffing, and it's I don't like to quantify it as like a vibe, right? Because what is a vibe? That's so arbitrary, right? But it kind of is, right? You can tell that people fit, and whether it's that dynamic, the tones, the comedic timing, it maybe mix of both. But Ramona is a TA professional, and I'm so lucky to have been able to work with her on the film.
Yeah, I only brought it up is because comedy, in my opinion, is hard, and
Yeah,
to do comedy with everyone else, you have to have that synergy, that connection with everyone.
yeah. Yeah, especially I don't know if you in the film there's the teacher's room scene, and like I've been lucky. Rita Moreno's in this film, Meredith Salinger, Keith David, like Kate Flannery, right? So you have all these talented actors that have not only dabbled in comedy but like drama in their own right. Now I'm a 20-year-old actor who gets to jump in the deep end with these guys and start riffing off of them too, right? So not only was that like experience and valuable, but just being to learn all that was great.
Absolutely, and I do have to talk about the legendary actress Rita Moreno, who you starred alongside. I mean, gosh, every single time I talk to her, I don't feel like I'm talking to a 90 plus year old legend.
Really, really. And it's a weird topic for me because I never want to like mention like someone's age, right? Because but truly in regards to her energy, like I've been telling lots of people this story. It's like I'll be showing up to set tired. I'll go get a coffee. I'll be like in my own head about like what we're doing. And then I see her on set. She's dancing. It's like 7 in the morning. She's dancing, prepping her sides. And it's like that perspective and that mentality that late in the stage of her career, it's really enlightening, right? And it really, I think I'd be a lot more cynical at that stage of my career, but she has this zest for life, and it's really admirable. It's really admirable.
And Connor, why do you love doing comedy so much? I know you've done a lot of different other projects,
Yeah.
including soap operas and so on, but you're on the string of comedies as of late.
I think it's a product of just authenticity. I mean, I try to be a pretty happy-go-lucky person in this pretty chaotic world that we all live in. And if it's an outlet for, a fun dynamic on set that translates to fun content, I'd be more than happy to do my little part in that regard. So it's fun for me, and I hope it translates well on camera.
Most excellent. Well, let me leave with one last thought because for some unknown reason, I was like randomly Googling it and got onto a YouTube on something called Football 101. Could you,
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, 110 Football was
oh,
a web series that I started a couple years ago. My favorite soccer team, my passion in life is soccer, and it's my favorite soccer team, LAFC here in Los Angeles. And I started covering the team and got to do some hosting for them as well. So that's what that is.
wow, that is actually pretty awesome. So you are a multi-talented Connor. That's what it is.
There you go. There you go. The high praise. High praise. Thank you very much.
Well, hey, thank you very much for carrying this conversation with us for the prank that's actually out, I believe, this Friday. So
Yes.
it's a pleasure in speaking with you, and I can't wait to do this again with you, Connor.
Thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you.